we're back. We are live on the Coffee Conversations live soundstage, sponsored by New Tech Machinery, along with being at METALCON. Yes, we are here. It's been a big day, so as we're kind of going through these things, but I wanted to talk about what's happening out there in the overall metal forming. So we've asked our friends from CIDAN to come and talk about the show, about MCA, about all many great things. So Ryan, Chandler, welcome to the soundstage.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Love having you guys. So let's start with some introductions. So Chandler, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about CIDAN?
Yeah, sure. My name is Chandler Barden. I'm the president of CIDAN Machinery. CIDAN Machinery is a one-stop partner for architectural sheet metal and software needs. So we have been in the U.S. since 2007. We're owned by our Swedish factory, and we have factories in Sweden, Switzerland, and Austria.
Wow, wow. I know, we're going to come back. I want to hear that global outlook. Ryan, can you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you do with CIDAN?
Ryan King, the National Sales Manager, with the focus on the architectural and roofing markets. Chandler said a lot of it with locations and factories and everything else, but yeah, we just look to be here.
A leader.
Yeah,
a leader in the industry. So tell me about METALCON and what's happening. So Chandler, let's start with you. How's the booth, and what are the contractors talking about?
So it's actually a really fun booth this year for CIDAN because we came out with a new booth design, but we also have for the second year a top product at METALCON. So that's a lot of fun. It creates a lot of energy around in our booth and from our visitors and everything.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been walking down there. You guys, it just looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Love it.
The show's been really good. We were talking right before we went live, but about just the customers this year seem to be much more engaged in their overall process, and that could be a product of our strategy and what we're selling to the customers, of what we can provide to them, which is a consultative approach to their needs and everything.
Yeah.
But we're really diving into everything from shop layouts to, hey, here's my my current bottlenecks, whether that's labor shortage or material, pricing changes and or product changes for them, and what machines can best help me out with this.
And there's been a lot of changes, or I wouldn't say changes, but there's just a lot going on with siding, and I mean obviously always roofing, but we're seeing a lot more different applications, it seems like.
Yeah, single skin wall panels has been on the up for a while, but it's really gaining momentum all through the industry, and that's not driven necessarily just by the people here at METALCON. Of course, that's driven by architects and designers on what they want to see.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want metal, right? I know.
Yeah.
What are you hearing from your customers? I mean, you're out there with national sales, and you can kind of see the trends. What are we kind of looking at for the contractors in the sheet metal shops?
Oh gosh, what are they not? It's METALCON's so unique because while we have that focus on a lot of roofing, but like Chandler mentioned, the wall panel world, but also getting more creative things that that was always wood before. Well, now there's board and batten metal. Or things that maybe have a cool texture that look like stone, but hey, it's a lot more efficient, easier to make, greener, and so it's really all over the map. But the industry just keeps growing and growing, and metal is just becoming a huge part of construction. It
seems like just from a safety, from the safety part of it, like you said, sustainability for sure. But when you look at all the severe storms, you look at the wildfires, I mean, people are just turning to metal as such a solution for not only the look and the durability, but also for the safety of their buildings.
Right.
Yeah, nothing's going to touch a metal building, whether it's fire, wind. I mean, look at hurricane pictures.
Right.
After the hurricane came through, and it's obviously devastating and terrible, but if something's standing, 9 times out of 10, it's a metal roof. It's a metal roof,
it's So we see. I know. I love it. Well, and speaking of that, the Metal Construction Association, Chandler, you're on the board.
Yep.
You are vice president?
Vice chair, yeah.
Vice chair, which is just so cool. And MCA is part of the show. They work hand in hand with the folks from METALCON.
Yeah.
And so how important is it to get that message of the industry, not just contractors, but the industry working together with associations like MCA, becoming a member, attending METALCON. How important is that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obvious when you go to the meetings and you see the people around the table and involved in the meetings that they're the leaders in the industry, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's given in an association, in different associations and everything. I think one of the keys to what MCA is doing right now is they've done a great job historically of really pushing codes and standards in the industry, right?
Yes.
We need to continue to do that, especially as metal becomes more popular. The last thing we want to do is for there to be subpar, installations or manufacturing of the metal, and the reputation of metal and construction go decline, right?
Yeah. That hurts everybody.
Yeah. So, one of our strategies is to be involved in a great show like METALCON, and we're actually partners with BSMJ on that. They do an excellent job with us, and we're really pushing the education side for METALCON, right?
Yeah.
It's great to walk around, see the equipment, see the different suppliers, and understand how we can help each other out. But also, what I really liked about the show is the involvement that I saw with the education seminars.
Yeah.
The keynote speakers, I walked by this morning, it seemed like it was very busy there, and also some other shows, presentations. Actually, Ryan had the idea and really pushed our new sales team to get involved with the different seminars. So I think that's really good for also the development of employees, right?
Yeah.
Hiring people's hard. We all know that, and it's also hard to find somebody specific to this industry.
Right.
So if we can get them here, and then get them involved in different education seminars, and then build relationships, network, that whole added value to trade shows. It's
a win-win-win. Yeah. And we've been watching. We have sustainability right over here, and that's been full for all of the classes. I mean, everyone. In fact, I was talking to someone. They're like, "Okay, I'm in between a class. Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I'm like, "Sure," because they were trying to hit all these different classes to learn what's going on and put it all together. So, and I just think the MCA and METALCON, that combination of PMSJ, I said it wrong. Really has, the show is just packed. I mean, there were so many people yesterday and even today. It kind of peters out towards the end of the day. It's kind of nice now. It's a little quieter. But I think more of the industry is coming here, and a lot of that has to do with all of you. I know you talk to your customers. They know you're going to have your machines here. That makes it happen.
Actually, I was at a MCA breakfast this morning, and we were talking about the attendance so far. And Jeff Irwin, he was a longtime member of the MCA, actually is on the staff now at MCA. But he said that it reminded him of back in the day, in the late '90s, of the early METALCON days.
I agree.
And, just the activity out there, and it's been great. It's been really fun.
It's really good. And you were also a sponsor of Metal and Mimosas.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, I'm sure you've gotten some feedback, but it was great.
I heard it was sold out.
It was sold out.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being a sponsor. Metal Coffee Shop was a sponsor too. And I remember us brainstorming at the MCA meeting, how do we find this diversity? How do we get more women involved? And it seems to all be coming together.
We actually had Sabrina attend.
Sabrina.
And she seemed to really enjoy it, and I think it's great to have all the women together in the industry and get more involved. And
you know who the speaker was, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know her, but yes, I know.
You introduced me to her.
I know.
I know. And so it's so funny because we're trying to get her into MCA, and I think she's going to soon, hopefully at some point. But because of your introduction to her, I got to know her and know her business and everything she's done, and then asked her to come speak, and it was just totally a huge success.
Good.
Yeah, she was amazing. We had her on yesterday, interviewed her here also.
Oh, that's great.
Really, really
It's all
good.
about connections, right?
I know, all about connections. So, okay, looking into 2024. What's new? What are you going to be talking about out there on the road?
So it continues to just be innovation, efficiencies, and like we said earlier, everything from labor shortages to just being as efficient as you can. Just this week we launched our new coil farm, which is going to really be a game changer. It's everything, not just efficiency, but even safety. Now you can hit a button and instead of picking up a 10,000 pound coil with a forklift and driving it around, it's hit a button and there you go. So it's that. Well, there's some other innovations down the pipe that we're not necessarily ready to jump out today, but there's more things coming, but that's the latest one. And the exciting thing is that there's frankly always something in the pipeline like that. Every time I think like, oh man, I can't get any better than this, and I mean, look at the machine we have here today. I mean,
it's amazing.
Even just like 4 years ago, when we bring that machine, it was still very impressive, but now it's like it's just a whole nother level. It is. And I'm wowed like every time some of our engineers come out with something new. So.
I love it. And we are going to have some footage you'll be able to see on the CIDAN directory on Metal Coffee Shop and Roofers Coffee Shop, and plus all the information, because we get all of that from you. It goes on out there, and we'll be having some footage from the show. We love it.
We love it too.
Well, fun. Thank you both. I'm excited to hear about all these new innovations going into next year, and happy to be working together on MCA and obviously with you guys every single day. So thank you so much.
Us as well.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching. We have Judy Geller up next, who's going to be talking about how the show's been going, much to Chandler's notes about the high attendance. And so we'll be back.